Lab setting.
Cooling tower. I don't know. It's tough that tough it's cooling tower. Cooling tower. Yeah. I'm not sure. I think it's here like that. Let's see.
So yesterday we completed with AHU logic. Today we will be starting with the lab how to create graphics for AHU. That is your lab number 13, presentation graphics. Now we all know how we started the graphics for lighting control. First we have to create a new view. So if you go to your AHU folder and right click, go to views and add a new view. Name this view as AHU. Click OK. Now change the resolution of your page. So you get the enough space to create your graphics. Let's keep it as 800 by 600. Now the palette we will be using to create the graphics is KitPX graphics. This one. Here you will find all type of images, boilers, chillers, coils, cooling towers, ducts, pumps, sensors, which you will need for creating your graphics. So first we have to create a duct. If you see, here are 3 buttons. One is to open your palette, another is to close your palette, and the third one is to preview. If you want to preview your images, just click on this button. Here it will show you the preview. So let's now open your ductwork. Here you will be able to see how this duct looks like. So let's see which images we need in our graphics. This one. This one.
Đã tới fit cái này mà follow cái sẵn em video.
You can reorder your shapes. Like this duct is hidden behind. So just right click, go to reorder and bring it to top. That's how your duct should look like. Create this ductwork on your system. Just align it properly. Not this one. This one we don't need. Yes.
Chặt chứ không hay chặt lắm.
We need this T-shaped. Both up and down T-shaped, not plus.
Thay đổi cả.
À đây bên bên này.
Dạ.
Thế một về bị chả vì tranh 3D.
So it's long.
You can see here.
First set the size of your screen. This size canvas. Set it bigger, 800 by 600.
Yes.
6.
new thing. Cái động gì vậy? Đó giờ mới chạy lắm được.
It's right, but you have to put some ends on that end.
Hồi nãy nó mất, phải nó mất hết chứ đừng mất.
For that you need right hand. This is at left for your left side and right for your right side. What happened? Wait, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You don't need to change the size here.
Okay.
Click on this button, this preview, then you will see the images here. Yes. Now you it will be easy.
Copy style.
Vì chúng tôi bị program cũ nó cái này cũ nó không nhận được cái
Chỉ so với cái control cái lắc gặp đà chỉ so với chuột ra.
this supply air returning return
Maybe if you say lon á, còn cái chữ lon của lon của tôi bữa là đổi rồi một tám sáu trăm em tăng để giải ra
supply
yeah.
fresh air DPs unload
Yeah.
control the
Yeah.
temperature temperature of the turn
You use the long vertical gear if you want to
Put these ends here as well. These ends. You will find some ends in the ductwork. Not this one. This is your left end.
Yes.
Here you will find your right end as well. Near
Okay.
ducts. At that right end.
control one motor
Motor valve.
to
release.
Flow to supply water digital
Input. Maybe stator is chips.
I want to know this kind of trouble. X3 terminal, slow,
And here
door, speed.
Is to control inverter. Yeah. Is IO to
So if we want to control the speed of the when we use the analog,
because only only to output not to on off. If you control speed, it will be used in
hit temperature. Why we do
Heat mode.
if we want to increase the temperature,
On the meter.
different pressures. Pressure, switch pressure of the air and sprite.
To
Short không được mát không được kéo ra đó thế nào đó kéo vào
Different
using you to airflow.
airflow. The airflow between right and left.
In here the fan is running but is not airflow. You are
When the fan still working, the airflow.
yeah. Maybe
Why in condition why it have kind like
but
why when the fan is still working the flow airflow.
maybe you use the damper before it flow.
Okay.
Maybe damper
So but we flow open to controller. Why do we control flow and different speed?
no, it's maybe it's error.
Error. Yeah. Struggle.
Sensor.
Smoke
Smoke detector.
duty
And
humidity.
temperature and humidity.
Yeah.
Temperature and humidity.
Humidity. From summer. Oh,
Return air.
when the fire flow with combined with cell. I think so it can increase them.
When fire maybe is turn on.
Temperature. When they have the indicator, this damper is
Maybe when CO sensor is high, you maybe supply fresh air for 2 room.
number kéo rồi
is for example
damper. Three. Two. I want to know about the damper. We assume damper is 1A. Yeah. But the damper or damper work together or six.
yeah. Is here.
Separate. What?
Is a type of circle. If you when CA2 sensor, you must be something there to focus to save and then you are using on scale something like to circle. Close if you go the sensor CO2 very high, you must be supply air. Okay. You will be open supply to
So everyone ready with duct?
Yeah.
Okay. So once you have completed the duct, make sure to save your graphics. Here is your save button. Click here.
Yeah.
Save it. This is the duct. Now we will add fans, coils and sensors. Expand your AHU1 folder here. Drag drop your fan on your graphics. Select from palette. Go to fans. Here you need a horizontal fan.
Ở đâu đó?
Fans horizontal right. Select this. Click OK. And align it to your duct. Then add a cooling coil. Bring your cool point to the graphics. Go to coils. So here our cooling coil is on off type. We can select cooling coil DX1 stage.
Cool coil DX.
Phải sửa gì à bạn này? Phải sửa gì bạn này? Bao quay.
Next is your heating coil. select coils heating electric. Now these are your equipments. If you want to see the status, you need to add the text. So for fan, again drag drop the fan point, select bound label, make display name, format text as out.value, %out.value. So you can align your fan over the fan and its status below it. Similarly for cooling and heating, for cool, bound label, make display name, out.value, okay. Bring the status below it and make it cool. Similarly for heat. Next is to add the damper. Here is your damper. Drag drop it. Select from palette. Go to dampers. Here you need a 3-way dampers to show supply, return and exhaust. So I will select this damper 3-way. Now you might need to realign your duct as per your damper size.
Trong em có miếng trụ sao? Trong em.
Now again to show the damper value, drag drop this point, select bound label, make display name label, okay. Then add all the set points and space temperature. I will select all the points simultaneously. So here it shows your set points, your space temperature and your effective set point.
Macam ni.
Then if you want to change the font size or font text, just click on a point. Here you will see a number of properties. For background, if you want to give any color, you can select. Then if you want to change the font, here you can go and customize the font size, whether you want to make it bold, italic, or you want to change the size. Then if you want to change the color of the text, foreground color, that you can change here. These kind of things you can customize in its properties. Then next is to add a schedule that we have already done in lighting. Drag drop the schedule point on your wiresheet, on your graphics. Select from palette. Go to your kit PX HVAC. In Boolean you will find occupied. Make it hyperlink. Click OK. Again, to show the status, you need to add its bound label. Then if you want to give some heading, right click, go and add a new label. Double click on label and enter whatever you want to write. Say for this we will name it as AHU. And then you can change the font size. You want to look your heading bigger. I will make it bold. Okay. So after doing all the things, save your graphics, go back to your edit mode and see what is happening. Right now your fan is on, your cooling is off, heating is off. Now create the graphics on your system and see how it works.
ได้นะ
ตาม
อืม
อันนี้ตัวนี้มาได้มาจะยิ่ง
อันนี้ dynamic mode อันนี้อย่า edit mode ก็ให้
ไม่กล่าว
section I don't know how to put percentage of the damper.
Okay.
Yes.
So delete it. Drag drop this point.
Yes.
Bound label. Make display name out dot value. Okay. Oh. So you have taken on off type.
This one should be
Yes, numeric critical. Damper. And then give it percent here. Units. Percent.
okay.
Make it 0 to 100.
Different.
Damper will modulate from 0 to 100.
The range of the Numlock.
Now it will show you percent. So you can put it here. Okay.
Can you show me one thing about schedule? I add schedule, but I don't know.
You
link.
didn't hyperlink it. Okay, delete it.
Hmm.
This is your
Yes.
schedule.
Yes.
Select it from palette, boolean, occupied, make it hyperlink this
Oh,
box.
I forgot my pen.
Okay. And then if you want to add the text, select it, bound label.
On the bill.
Okay. So it will show you its status.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
The group to put the name, the
Yes.
name.
To first add ends to your duct, not like this. This is wrong.
This is wrong.
Yes. Add ends. These ends. Look for a duct with
มัน
these
คือ
ends
ก่อน
in your ducts.
ลุกขึ้นเคยมีเรื่องกันเนี่ย
That works.
Delete all these points.
That works.
It's not right.
Nè. Thì nhưng lý do nào như thế?
This is fine. Select it. Down level. Here enter. This one. Okay. So now you have
where you're in Ryan.
Đi hai chiếc rồi.
Everybody got it?
Yeah.
Anybody behind needs help? इसलिए तो पूछता हूँ, anybody needs help?
Is it correct, right? This one.
Yes.
And to put the name, I click
No, you don't need to select.
the name.
Just go here,
Just add
add a
name.
new label.
Label. Okay.
Then click and here add some text, give it color, anything you want.
Thank you.
Yes.
bỏ con ra chứ. Chọn cái này, các phần thử. Cái này còn
là anh kiếm ở đây quên rồi đúng không?
để mình lấy miếng trước. Để anh lấy hạt trước.
Mấy ngày này nó là đã gặp
Nghĩ là anh động ngoài vào.
sensor còn những đoạn ống này là lấy giờ là sensor.
Vâng.
Đoạn ống thì nó không cần.
Trong đặt sensor,
Đúng là nó mới nói anh thích.
trong lại kiểm ấy, mọi người liền liền mà xa ra. Kiểm tới tiền.
Đôi vào. Ta còn đang vẫn ở đây.
Biết vô là nhé.
ABAC. Cooling. Hết cả lại ngắn vô lại được làm cái trong bàn cái thịt thao.
So color will come when you are in occupied mode. Okay. So for that,
Okay, thì
निकालने पड़ेगा
khôi khói bên mình cooling bên mình heating.
Cái này thì làm sao nó thuộc về cái này.
À, anh đi chơi mở nó không năng rượu khởi.
Anh biết địa chỉ nó đỡ ở
ये तो PM में दिखा रहा है. Okay, so if you want to see it, just say 7.
Done? Everybody?
Yes.
Everybody done? Should I go on? Everybody? Have the back to the board. Now this is something which is not there in your labs. Okay? So try to remember, take a note if you want. We spoke about B formats yesterday or day before yesterday, where we had, when we make a label, we say %out dot value, correct? That is called B format. What is the other type of B format? That is % dot %, correct? Which gives you everything. So the most commonly used 5 B formats are % dot %. Second one is %out dot value. Third one is %parent dot name. Okay? That is the third most commonly used B format, which is which we'll see when we do histories as well. But 80% of your application, these three, and the fourth one is person name dot person. Okay? So these are the 4 B formats which get used most of the time and which are very helpful. Okay? So now, can you see the label AHU there? Right?
Yes.
That is a fixed text. Anything changes about it? Does that name change?
No.
No? Right?
Yes.
So let's go open that label and add a binding on this. Okay? And say value binding, it's okay. When we come down, this is exactly the same value binding which you get created when you drag and drop on the PX page. But this is the way, if you did not drag and drop any object, and if you started to create completely new, like, can you just hit OK for a minute? Okay. So here, this text and this text got created using a wizard, correct? And because you were dragging and dropping, some configurations happened automatically. Right? What configurations happened automatically? If you open this one, you will see this odd came automatically. You didn't have to put it. Correct? In some cases, hyperlink might come automatically. Schedule, correct? When you just say that hyperlink checkbox, this hyperlinks comes automatically. You don't have to put anything. Correct?
Yes.
The third property which comes automatically is this text property. Okay? When you put %out.value or %.person in that B format section, this came up automatically. So if you click here, you will see that has come. Correct? So when you use drag and drop method, you are saving your time. You don't have to put all these values manually. Okay, but if you had to create it from scratch, we will do it on that AHU label. Okay? So for AHU, if you go, there is this corner add binding button and then select a value binding. Okay? This will get added. Now we have to select the odd property manually. Okay, from where odd, what does odd do? It tells the binding from where I have to get the value. Okay? So we are going to browse to the AHU folder by using component chooser. And we select AHU 1 and say OK. Okay? Now once this is done, this label AHU knows that I have to get my value from this path. Correct? The second configuration which I have to do is, now this text is a fixed text, it doesn't change, right? So it has to change based on what is there in my value. So we'll have to right click and say animate. And when we do animate, we get to put this B format again. Correct? So here, instead of person.person, I am going to use person name person. And say OK. And say, so now the text is changed to AHU1. Okay? Now, when I do a configuration this way and use person name.person, what it helps me to do is if I change the name of this folder from AHU1 So say HU50.
nó bị nhưng mà một vài tủ sạch chạy nó đủ ok
Restart.
For now we will keep it HU1. There is one step which we have not done yet. So we'll keep it as HU1. Okay, so this allows me to make my graphics use the name of the folder. Now in a case where we have multiple HUs, how many of you think that a building has multiple HUs? Many HUs? Right? A building has on an average 5 HUs, 10 HUs, correct?
Yes. No.
Correct? So now I want to create my logic for 10 HUs. Should I do all the work again and again? No, right? So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to go to my graphics, go in edit mode and get this side window big. And in the top corner there is this button which says relativize all. Can you see that button? Now when we press this button, this window comes up. And when, before we say OK, observe the before and after column. Can you see this before and after column? Okay? So when we dragged and dropped any object from this to here, a whole path was written onto the point. Correct? It said station, slot, HU1, unoccupied heat. When you relativize, what happens is all the previous path is stripped off. Right? It's deleted. And what it says is slot and just which point. So when you relativize, what happens is it looks for that folder wherever you are and it tries to find each of these points. It doesn't look for the whole path. Okay? Now say OK. So your graphics will get relativized. Save it. And let's say I want to use this HU now for 50 more HUs. Right? I will just say copy and paste special. And I can write or paste how many HUs I want to create. I want to create 10 HUs, 5 HUs. Right? Say OK. I have 5 HUs in my tree, correct? If I go to any of this HU, my HU number comes there. Do I have to create my graphics again? No. Right? These values are picked up from its respective folder. So, if I change any value on HU3, it will reflect only in HU3. But my graphics page still remains same. Correct? So if you have to change this graphic tomorrow, you have to change only in one file. Why? Because it's relativized. Correct?
Yes.
Got it? Questions? Yeah, you can do it on your lab if you want. on your station. I don't think these steps are there as a part of lab, but do it on your station so that you have it as a part of your training.
Do it.
Say that the ASU1 leads to the or ASU, so you need to keep and only revise ASU1 and or ASU revise one. So I want to revise only ASU3 and another ASU revise.
You need to find.
See, it will, this AHU name will not come unless you have a path to it. That text need to have a path.
Yeah, you want to know if the change in some parameter from the AHP about
It will automatically take.
Only in
Only in AHU.
Chúng ta nghĩ ảnh có hai cái hồi này ông lấy
If you make any changes in
lại mày thay cả
See, okay, let me show you something. Which page we are on? We are on AHU3, okay? So I can go here, right click, occupied cool. I can say set it to 50 or say I'll set it to 30. Right? Because we replicated, all others will be at 21. Only AHU3 here, if I go to this is 30, correct? If I go to AHU1 and go to occupied cool, this is still 21. Right? This happens only when you relativize the odds. If your odds are not relativized, this will not work correctly. Correct? So, a relativized odd always looks at what folder it is in. And if there is a value in that folder, it will write to that value.
Ba là này là nhá, mình nhập bật tới trong ba viên này. Slot nó không sẽ làm được. Edit mode.
Edit mode sao? Okay.
just below it
How many copies you want?
Relative odds.
Yes. Right now we don't have any external links coming to this project. Sometimes you might be creating a security in such a folder and from there you are
Lạc
sending.
khăn đi.
So at that time if you select this option key volumes from one secure, it
Khăn
will
đi là
include
on.
all of your creations. So for that you may use this option. Yes.
copy the typography.
When you have some external use,
Make a step.
suppose you are passing some schedules, okay, and you want to pass one schedule to all of your EHUs, and you can press this keyboard in
Vâng,
and
đồng
for
thời
one
lái
schedule,
có thể
all your
position.
EHUs will be there. That's where we use this option. But
Sorry,
we haven't done any external one.
I missed the step how to create. Can you show me again?
Yeah, there are too many bindings. Delete one.
Okay.
Animate.
Oh, there is two. I cannot right click.
Remove the caps.
Only this.
Yeah, and then relativize.
And how we copy to another? Right
Yeah,
click?
first relativize. Relativize. Say okay.
Okay.
Save and then copy and paste. No, first copy age and paste age.
Here,
Right click, copy,
copy
go up.
This is short.
and paste. This position. Keep all link.
No,
And then
just like this.
lúc mùi chào về mùi mùi để còn trống
Because you haven't set it, first you need to set it.
bên cái pizza bên là vào dư bánh những từ cái này
Set some
về
values.
right click.
Yes. Save it first. Now you will go.
Some kind of that right click. Tạo ra application để được này vài để được này thiết lập về trong cái bộ quan ấy bên là try để mình luôn thôi.
Nằm ở đây. Lại chụp. Copy, fan,
You can use
hold
that.
it. Right,
It will make sense.
right chụp. Nằm ở đây. Mình chụp lượng này xíu được.
Okay, relativization works. Everybody
Yes.
got it? So when you relativize, you reuse the same file again and again. No need to create 10 different files for 10 different ages. Okay? Becomes easy to change, becomes easy to maintain.
Yes.
Question, for the copy of 5 AU is we want to modify some graphic. It will affect all or only
Yes.
When you change the px file which you created once, if you change that one, the same change will get applied to all 5 AHUs.
Cái câu đó thì cô được kịp hỏi với một cái logic mình chúng mình trâu về trâu mình thì cô hỏi một là hỏi nhảy hỏi một là cô tránh đó
cô tờ nít trên mình tay qua những tờ thư cô cả tháng qua đạt tiếng những câu chuyện
với sản xuất và làm một
As I learned from Hong,
với
it's 10:30 is typical coffee time. Let's have some coffee, whoever wants to. We'll start in another 10 minutes.
dương mình có cái folder dương mình tiền mà đặt ra để chọc lại cái lại để mà nhung thì chọc lại gọi là nhung tiền basic set mà nó không đọc vì nó khác là folder gì kì
10 minutes. Whoever wants to take a break.
ở dưới người dưới thư là tập mặt thì tập bài nhạc
thì em mới nhầm ao phải cho
và nhung trong làm lưu này trong
em hỏi
thế bây giờ sao
lại là cả
lại ngay nhân tám qua Campuchia sau dự án này ôi chưa có nghỉ ra không
mình trên đi nè
mình làm một cái thôi thành kịp làm một thôi cái kết này
Which units you use in degree Celsius or degree
sao lên và lúc nào nó tích
นี่มาจากจนว่าแต่บางอย่าง
กรอนรูปเพียบตั้ง
ยังก่อนจะรูปที่กันมูนหนังเนาะบ้านอ่ะวิวที่แกด้วย
อันนั้นกรอนวิชากราฟิกน้องใบมือปูรเมียนยังมาได้อยู่แต่ปราเกยกับว่า
nó bên trên nhá do tôi chia ở lượng sân lượng trong nó có hơi nhiều hơi nhiều resolution controller bạn controller bạn
mình làm rồi lần đầu tiên mình làm một lần thôi
sau lỗi
làm một lần thôi
that where I can find where can I find all the image of this one
I will show you
model
in here
all in here
yeah I think you maybe install WinRAR
and I already have
yeah
yes I already have WinRAR
you can install
yes already installed WinRAR application
yeah
already why you need WinRAR
because it's your you keep here keep graphic if you
yes
open
this is WinRAR
I will copy right here
you want to extract
yeah extract file
put in folder I think make it messy
you can see
okay
everything in
yes manage
yeah, yeah.
this
okay thank you it's something but they say executable jar file
Yeah.
I'm not sure why
You can change
if
Transformer we only connect the motor to this side
So you can give your station
chiller
Sáng là 6 giờ sáng vậy nè.
One laptop.
Anh
Programming one station.
yeah.
Already, and when we do the file, we just
You can copy from my computer to web running on the device.
okay. If we have one station and then we program already, we do the start, then we host the station that we want to program. Yeah, just running. Okay. So
This is my project before.
remote to the site.
From here.
Yeah. Okay.
No. From here I can connect to my side.
Any solution that the remote control from here to our side.
If your surrounding side connects with we can use it to view. Team view. We cannot program from here to side.
Our system will be connecting our controller to internet and our laptop also, and we can link to our controller
Now you can delete your station and go to this one.
web outlet. The CCTV system.
I only programming via HTML. Computer.
Delete the training station and copy
But
stop first stop.
we can link to our controller device.
Yeah.
Cannot. With the program probably
So in our side, workstation and standby. Our workstation.
is standby.
Yeah.
It's still running.
Yeah. We must install the workstation run
Anh
all time.
em có nghiên cứu về cái rất wifi nữa này. Nó hỏi nó bao giờ có này.
Cái gì anh? Our controller has trouble, and we want to check the program of our control, check our software, we have a history log, have any report.
Yeah, of course. You can create history or report.
Yeah.
Every day.
And we can extract to our Word file or Excel file or not.
Yeah, okay.
I have experience in installation and program in the security system.
Yeah.
That can look like but BMS. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those every solution.
This is my program for fan and
Control fan.
and jet fan.
Jet fan.
This is your flow chart
The design effect
for building
building
in the basement. Basement.
before you do like it, first thing that you need to understand and do this project. The first thing that you think, what is the first thing that you think how to do this project? If you want to
Programming.
yeah, you want to design programming. But I want to know your question that you need to know when you want to design your site.
You must have drawing
Yeah, drawing.
and follow chart. Follow chart.
Flowchart.
Flowchart.
Flowchart of system.
Yeah.
Oh, flowchart. And schematic. You have a schedule plan. You need schedule plan.
Daily.
So when you scope of work, you need essentially
You need
drawing schedule point,
schedule point.
schematic, flowchart.
Flowchart. If you design graphic, you need some image and drawing about
So
we need my graphic.
you program already.
Yeah.
And then flowchart, schematic, and then you can execute that graphic.
Alo. Cái máy nào cũng được, anh cần pin cái địa chỉ IP là được.
I can create simple too long.
Không biết cái máy đấy có cần đối mạng không?
Some copy.
Nhẹ nhàng chừng mà
Địa chỉ IP là
អានេះក៏ថៃខល AU មួយគ្រឿងហើយ graphic ប្លង់ em
graphic មានទឹកតង់ report មានជា intro.
Thế anh thì kiểm tra cho em gái chứ em cũng không nhớ lắm. Phải kết nối mạng mới quên được. Đang chờ hãng phản hồi. Hãng đấy bạn. Vâng, nó phải nghĩ là đang là cho em vào nhân thảo. Tiếp tục có bọn em vào ngay. Vâng. Vâng, em hiểu. Yeah. Suggest?
yes already thank you
copy kìa anh. Cái đó em chưa thử luôn á. Chắc không thay đổi đâu bởi vì nó copy ra hai từ một tiếng Việt bị gắn kẹp với nhau.
Tên bao giờ ra lại bao giờ ra lại thì kia coffee. You wisdom more to the list.
Đấy.
Someone still coffee. Give them someone else. Oh, suggest. That's no see how you.
Not fine.
That's fine.
Yeah. He gave me two names, but I think you know him, right? Mr. Gang and
Yes.
Mr. P.
Yes.
He will take you to visit our install bay. Actually, there is a lot of project reference him. In Ho Chi Minh.
You can go Quang.
Mr.
Coffee.
Kwong.
Yeah.
What
Kwang
time he
Coffee.
will be available?
I think now you can call him and set up.
Arrange.
Yeah, arrange. So cheap. Cheap maybe. But I think now is end up. His cost is end up.
Saturday evening.
Yeah, maybe Saturday evening. Saturday
Do you
afternoon.
have his name?
Afternoon.
his phone number.
His phone.
His phone number. I don't have his phone number. I have only
Okay.
Mr. Kang.
Wow. Let me see.
Còn làm gì đâu, làm chạy làm chịu cho nó lại làm.
Mấy cái đó được rồi nè.
Đội ngon đấy.
Thế mà mày gửi cho số chat cái contact của thằng Phi với thằng Quang đấy, cho nó set up cái buổi đi visit mấy cái dự án gửi luôn vào trong cái số cho nó để nó set up cái việc này với thằng Quang. Anh nghĩ là mày cứ cho thằng Suchet sẽ chủ động lên này. Anh sẽ bảo là Suchet nó chủ động lên này luôn.
Heavily booked now. They have not distributed so far. Okay. So, but because it's very cheap, Indian market itself is asking so many phones that they cannot supply. And I think their first shipment is still not out. It's a very new company.
Yeah. Only limited amount that they can supply.
I don't know if they even supplied their first shipment. It's a very new company. So they are making it probably next month. Yes, but it was only, I think, not 2, but 5 dollars. Yeah, 5 or 10 dollars.
How come they even
Yeah, probably it's just the marketing to take on the initial losses and then raise the price. So first year you get for 5, then you get for 100.
để em tìm xem có cái Viettel này không, nhưng mà khó lắm.
AV it's been high volt. It been high high voltage transmission line distribution power high voltage
SV and MV LV
every
có lại mày bự quá đấy ngồi.
Okay, so far we have worked only on the JS portion, on this portion of the kit, right? Now we will be in the future labs working on spider controllers, right? On the other side of the kit now. So let's walk through. Shivangi will walk us through the introduction for the training, right? And then we start doing the labs on spider.
Spider.
Spider. So fat spider.
Start with spider controllers. As we have discussed the architecture for JS, where we have seen spider controllers are the field installed controllers. These are standalone programmable controllers. Even if your JS goes down, the program resides inside the spider and it will perform whatever you have done inside. So these are standalone controllers. You will see a variety of spiders that are on either on BACnet protocol or LON. If you see, that's how its part number is given. First is P. P stands for programmable. And then another variety of spiders is there that comes with part C instead of P. That is your striker. These are pre-programmed controllers. Then V stands for your VAV. If you are selecting a spider for VAV controllers, you can select part V. Else you can select U, unitary. That will be for all type of systems like AHUs or chillers, boilers. And then fan coil units, for all those kind of systems we use unitary. Then third is L, where it gives you whether it is LON or BACnet. This one, LON. And then next 4 digits, that is a mathematical number that will gives you number of inputs and outputs present. Here it shows 643x, 6436. Where first 6 is your number of universal inputs, then 4 gives you number of digital inputs, then 3 gives you number of analog outputs, and 6 gives you number of digital outputs. Then there are a lot of parts like 6438, 4024, 4022 that are present. Next is A, that is actuator. Some VAV controllers are with actuator and some are without actuator.
Đây hết ổ rồi, đấy hết ổ rồi. Đâu đủ lại có cặp số.
So next is A. A is with actuator parts.
This is Vector 3.8. We have to train on before as well. So everybody has a
see this actuator. Then next is your silk bus S. This is by default there. And then now some latest controllers are with relay output, where you have option for both triac output or voltage free contact. So that's how a spider part number is given. It may be PUL6438SR or PVL6438SR. Then here it shows you some of the features that lawn spiders have. 3 models are present. Then silk bus for TR70. Then TR70 is your space wall module. If you see on your kits, it has 3 controllers. This one is your backnet spider, lawn spider, and this is your space temperature wall module, TR75. This is TR75. Then there are a variety of wall modules present. Starting from TR21, 23, 40, 42, 71, 75. This TR21, this was not on silk bus. It supported 2 wired. So the parts that comes with TR21 is TR21, 21H, 21H CO2 or 21 CO2. This part number gives only temperature. Then this comes with humidity. This comes with temperature, humidity and CO2. And then the last one is temperature and CO2. So similarly, these parts are available with TR23 series, 23H, 23H CO2, 23 CO2. And then for 40, same parts are available, 42. TR71 comes with TR71 and TR71H, TR75 and TR75H. Here TR75 comes with schedules, where you can configure spider schedule directly from TR75. TR71 gives you the option to configure the set points, PID parameters. You can change those values directly from the module. Then this TR42, it will allow you to override your set points. TR40 doesn't come with a display, but TR42 comes with display. So that's how these parts, depending from the higher version, there are some additional features. Then the power required by spiders is 24 volt AC. Here if you see on the back side, there is a transformer that gives you 24 volt AC that is directly connected to your spiders. Then there are some microcontrollers available like PUL1012. If you have some small applications where you don't have a number of inputs and outputs, so you can use these microcontrollers. These are some controllers present with backnet. PUB6438S, PBB6438NS, that is without actuator. Here if you can see the difference, this one is without actuator, here actuator is integrated on the controller. Then same microcontrollers are present with backnet as well, 1012 and 4024. And then some spiders for VAV, they come with 0000. That is, if you need only to control your airflow, but you don't need to control your temperature. So at that time you can select this PVB 0000AS.
Analog.
Then these are the models that are present with VAV controller. You can see the specifications, whether they come with actuator or not. Again the same. These are the parts without actuator. Then these are the backnet and LAN controllers, where it shows number of universal inputs, digital inputs, analog outputs and digital outputs. Okay. So this is a comparison. All type of controllers that are present with spiders. Here it gives you the comparison for all type of controllers. Some model supports pulse meter also. So here you can check PVL 4024 or PUB 4024. These are the models that supports pulse meter. So if you have some pulse meter, you can use the UI1 pin of these controllers. Then there is another type of controllers present, which part number is with ILC. If you have installable webs, then you need to select direct PUB6438S. But if you are using any other version of Niagara, like Workbench or with Workbench, then they doesn't support the normal spiders. For that they have released a special version, PUB6438S ILC. This is like $10-15 costlier than normal spider. So if in some job your customer doesn't have WebAX, so at that time they can go with this option. So these are some of the features of your spider. First is it is freely programmable. You can program it as per the requirement. And then we have already seen we have used kit control palette to create the logic in JS. Similarly for spider we have another type of palette, Honeywell spider. We will be using it in our next labs. Okay, so these are the things that we will be using. Simple to program, drag drop program objects that we have already done in JS. Similar way we will program it in Spider. Then object macros are available. Like we have seen in JS, we are doing the programming on one wire sheet. But for spiders, there are some blocks like application and macros where you can segregate your program. If you are writing a logic for heating, you can create a macro for heating and you can put the logic inside, then one for cooling, one for fan. So that's how you can segregate your logic. Then there is a spider library available. You can see the spider library where a lot of things are pre-programmed. You can find some logics for reference there using the spider library. Or you can create your own library. Once you know the programming and you start the programming, then you can start creating your own library and you can use it in future applications. Okay, these things we will be doing in lab. Then you can easily simulate and debug your program. Whatever you have written on your wire sheet, you can easily check when you are working offline. There is an option called simulator. So you can just click and check if there are any errors in your program. And then this debug mode is used when you are programming it online. Simulator is for offline mode. Yes? So this is a macros that we were talking to segregate your program. So we have written some logic and we can put this into a macro block. That's how you can segregate your program in different blocks so that your wire sheet doesn't mess up with a lot of things. So these are some features of macros, where it shows you can easily group your common control functions. Then it is easy to create larger applications using these macros. These days we are using application blocks instead of macros, but both do the same feature. Then there is inbuilt schedule for Spider. If sometimes your JS goes down, even then you can configure a schedule in Spider so that your programming doesn't get affected even if your JS is not working. There is internal DC power supply. You will see on every Spider there is an input for DC supply. It gives you 20 volt DC supply. So in some situations when maybe your humidity sensor or your pressure sensor needs a supply, you can directly connect it. You don't need to have external supply for that. Then these are color coded IO labels for analog outputs, for universal inputs. They have shown different color codes, like here you can see purple, red, orange. So it is easy to see where you are connecting your inputs and outputs from the field. Then there is removable terminal strip. Here you can easily remove it and then connect your inputs and again put it to your controller. This is integrated actuator, that is with VAV models. If you are having a requirement with VAVs, it was easy to use this kind of controller. Then you can declutch this actuator. If you don't need actuator at some time, you can easily push this button and you can remove this actuator. Then for VAV boxes, there are onboard airflow sensors. So you don't need any external airflow sensor, it is inbuilt. Then this pin, this LED will show you the status. Here you will see your LED is glowing, so it shows whether your Spider is working properly or not. Then for LAN controllers, there is LAN jack and service pin on board. So this is a property for a LAN network. So these are the integrated features that we have already talked. Color coded inputs, actuator is present, then DC power supply pin is there, programmable spiders, removable terminal strips, those kind of features. Same features are present for both LAN and WACnet. Then specifications. This is a power consumption, 5 VA when you are not giving any loads, and then 9 VA when you are using a model with actuator. Then these are the temperature ranges. On-board DC power supply is there, 20 volt DC it supplies. Then these are the input ratings for some of the sensors. For outputs, for analog outputs, it supports 0 to 10 volt or 2 to 10 volt. Then triac outputs are there, relay outputs are there with relay version of model. By default, the temperature sensor it supports is 20 kNTC. Then if you have some other type of sensor, you can always configure that inside the program. Then these are some of the Spider LAN specifications. It supports FTT topology. Then number of function blocks 100 or 200 depends upon your type of controller you have selected. Then these are the network variables supported. Network variables will come through while we start programming. And then this is the number of controllers supported. By default, its theoretical limit 120 controllers per LAN network. Then once you start doing the program, many features like number of inputs, how much load you are giving, and what is the distance of your cable. So those parameters will come into account to calculate the number of controllers. So these are like general questions that may come. There was a controller XL10 that was used with second generation of Web's R2 controllers. So it was specially designed for VAV applications. if you want to use a spider for Excel 10, yes, you can use that spider. And then if you order a part number with actuator, then you do not need to order a separate actuator. Then if you are using a VAB box without actuator, so these are the actuators that are supported with them. So you can select one of the actuators from these. Then architecture. This architecture we have already discussed. These are your field controllers. Then you need your integration where you will be using JS as an interface. And then on the topmost level you will be having a supervisor where you are monitoring all your data. So this is the same architecture features. Different type of architectures they have shown. These are the JSs, but these days mostly these JSs are not used. We are using Web 300, Web 600, Web 700. These are outdated. So this is same where it shows various types of controllers supported. Excel 15C, CV, AHU, that is your striker controller. Some smart VAVs are there, and then spiders that you can use for AHU or VAV or chiller or boiler programming. So these are the various type of JS versions available. Out of these first 5 versions are already outdated. Right now we are using Web 600 or Web 700 usually, where it supports 60 controllers when we are not using any router and 100 controllers when we use a router. Then Spider tool is the software which allows you to program your spider. So currently we are using 6.1.1, 6.1.2 versions release frequently with a little modifications. So Spider 6 is the generation that we are using for spider tools. Then it supports, this shows some of its programming features where you can see the graphical representation of your blocks. If you are using AND or gates, you will see that representation on your wire sheet. Then these are some versions for spider tools that are present. As for now, latest we are using 6.1.1, so we will be using that version. So this is how we start. First we need to start your workbench, then you create a new station, then you start the station, then depending upon which protocol you are using, you will add the driver like LON or BACnet. Then you will open the palette and you will start the programming. Okay. Then this is how you will commission your controllers. You will discover the device, commission the device, you will select the model, you will create the application, and then you will download the application into your controller. These steps we'll be doing in our labs. Then this is your debugging mode when you are doing offline, and you can debug all of your physical IOs or functional blocks or network points. Then simulation mode, that is for your offline, it is continuous, or you can set the time whether you want to simulate it at the speed of controller or you want to simulate it fast. Then there is spider library present, that we will be doing spider library, which allows you to reuse some of the applications that are already there. Then there are different views. All these things will be covering in labs. So different type of views and specifications that we will be covering in labs. So
Everybody has this presentation?
yes. We shared this presentation. Do you have the soft copy for this? We sent a PDF file for this. Have you shared it with everyone? this
Soft
presentation, that PDF. So probably you have already gone through this.
Everyone, Miss Shivanki is used to working with native English speaker, so sometimes she talk very quickly. If you don't understand what she means, please give her some feedback.
Yes.
I think you try to speak slower.
Sure.
Did everybody get this presentation?
Yes.
Yes, right? So, next about 100 slides, right? Next about 100 slides, there is no point going through and repeating the same thing, because these are all some features about programming, okay? How we program. And we are going to do all that programming when we actually start working with the lab in the booklet. So I would like to skip this next 50 odd slides. If everybody has this presentation, they can read through about these features or different types of controllers which we have, or what else we can do. This presentation will keep on getting monotonous, boring if we keep on reading whatever is there, because everything which we read we are going to do. Correct? So I'll skip this presentation from here on and we'll directly start working. You can just read through the presentation, and if there are any questions you can ask those questions, we'll answer it. Okay? But until the previous slides, it was all related to the hardware of the controller. Now it is all about the software of the controller, right? And we don't really need to learn what is there in the software, because we are going to do that. Okay? So let's stop the presentation at this stage and she can start doing the booklet. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Before we actually start doing the lab, how many of you have Niagara 4 installed on your computer? Anybody? Niagara 4?
No.
Only
No one?
3.8. Niagara 3.
I know you all have Niagara 3.8. I am asking Niagara 4.
The last time I sent the link to all to you.
There was a setup in the FTP. Do you have a thumb drive? We lost our thumb drive. Anybody can share our thumb drive?
Here are 4, right? Last time I sent the link to all of you.
Yeah, if they have downloaded, then it's fine. But if not, I have the setup with me.
Could you give them?
Yeah, I lost my thumb drive the other day. No thumb drive now with me. Somebody had shared with me. Somebody gave the thumb drive to me. If you have, please share it again.
No, can copy out.
Okay, got it.
Okay, này là người link thôi mà. Cái link mà là nó load trong đầu có hai cái phần mềm và hai cái tài liệu trong cái training 2016 ấy.
Okay, so she'll share the N4 setup and everybody install that setup and then give me the host ID. We'll try to get a demo license for you by tomorrow, so that when we do some work on N4, you can work on it.
If setup is fused, it will not be used. It's 4 GB. They give me 2 pen drives. I will copy in both.
Full function.
Movie.
No, it doesn't have the sound. we'll spend next 15-20 minutes installing N4, and give me the host IDs of N4, each one of you, and then let's try to get a N4 demo license before Friday. No, that is N4. This is good. This is the setup for installing N4. You can use Spider. Okay, I'll answer. Okay, Spider does not have its own programming software, right? Spider does not have its own programming software. We program Spider using WebAX or WebPro AX, right? No separate software. So what happens is whenever a new version of WebAX is released, right, that new version can be used to program software in Spider. Okay, right now we all are using 3.8. The next version of WebAX is N4. So we can use both versions to program the Spider. But we have to take care that when we use N4, we have to, or rather the software takes care of it most of the times. But the modules which are there in AX are not exactly same as the modules in N4. Okay, so always remember to use only one AX software for one job. You know, so if you are doing a job with your JSONs in 3.8, use 3.8, right? So you can use both N4 as well as 3.8 to program your spiders.
Alo. Thủ chi lơ ở báo trạng thái. Báo trạng thái tức là trên cái tủ lực đây. Đúng rồi, tủ lực cũng là cái FC của mình đúng không?
Rồi khẩu chính
Tủ lực là báo trạng thái.
Impedance.
Ngày này em nhớ là nó báo trạng thái bởi vì bật một lúc thời gian nó mở. Đủ nó đẹp. Cái gì em ơi? Tự nhiên bị rồi. Tín hiệu vẫn thông báo đo đồng hồ không được. Thử đo trực tiếp lấy tủ nó thôi.
này như bình thường đấy. Đó là điện thoại chứ em đâu bị gì.
Có cái gì ạ?
Cọc chứ.
Mềm ấy.
Mềm gì?
Mua bên có chưa?
Chưa.
Thật người.
Tiếp theo
Vì rất là nặng vừa.
anh ấy kinh nghiệm vì đã có nặng tương tư chờ anh về chờ thế program dương anh dương là concept with full bán người ta dương anh dương bán chờ
Trong một gọi điện một
cô miền tây cô theo tiền nọ
chỗ chỉ còn là đăng viên đi vào station với qua nói gì một cái phụ đỡ nó thử ấy đã là một hỏi vô logic nào hỏi trên một cái free trên link trên link hai trên những chào vô vui theo mà con sống này là chờ Yes, commissioning.
इस केस में होने भी लगे
सिस्टम में प्रॉब्लम है कुछ मैंने लास्ट टाइम बोलो मैं आपको उठा लूँगी मैं जाके किसी ने फिक्स करवा
he had one more
Take this one. It will not allow me to go.
I have downloaded so about estimation
you share with me
internet from internet
Đây là còn dung lượng để chép á.
2 gig
Đây là còn dung lượng để chép á. Mấy gì nữa?
We'll copy in 3 or 4 so that
You can have both. I'm passing a thumb drive from here. I'll pass on two others. This has a setup Honeywell Workstation 4.1. Okay, copy that on your computer and get it installed. Okay.
So the web tool and web station is the same, right? The same function. So right now we install a tool for testing and commissioning. And normally there is a fixed workstation on VMware system.
Similar, pretty much same.
For about the version, is it still, for example, we have old workstation and then there is new version release. Is it possible to use the same database?
It is.
Scan. Copy. Nanti. Anh Control C nó ăn là.
Cắt cái rồi thì đâu có gì.
Cái link trong đó có 2 file phần mềm và 2 file
Không có méo đó.
Có 2 file PDF mà không có phần mềm nó.
có mặt nặng lắm chẳng ghi ra cái này chẳng như hơn ghi có
Gọi cái gì gọi không? Nhớ là
hai ở ngoài còn 2 cái link trong nữa
Đặc biệt tab. Cái đã đón tab.
nhà tôi phải nhà xin rừng thì không mà
Computer đang lại Windows copy rồi ta kia.
The language here is Vietnamese or something like that.
Vietnamese.
The language is Vietnamese. So it's spoken only in Vietnam or also in Cambodia? Is the same in Cambodia or different in Cambodia?
Big different.
What is the language in Cambodia?
Khmer language. Khmer languages.
Khmer.
Yes, Khmer. Cannot understand each other from Vietnamese.
but this time they can use with the Vietnamese word.
So do you understand each other or it's
No.
very different? Very different?
Yes.
Khmer and Vietnam is very different.
Yes, like English and Vietnamese
It's
too.
very difficult for everyone to learn.
Rồi đậu nào chả có phần.
Vietnamese
I think you go to Cambodia few months. You can speak some of the important words.
to find some girl with them, but I cannot learn Cambodian language.
That's why he come back.
So he give up and come back to Vietnam.
Số
Rồi đó hơn 1 giây.
Language.
Someone has
anh chọn một bộ chữ ấy anh trên nó sẽ lấy
Speak với Tom này nè. Có mấy rồi nè.
not less
Em tưởng nó phải
You install it?
yeah.
So it not conflict to existing.
Này như là điều kiện như vậy.
Như vậy cần
You need to get him the host ID.
đây không? No need.
No need? Can use?
Because our computer has
But this is the different software, new version.
so it's a new way.
Mm.
You has license for
3.8. Use the same version.
You the one upgrade graphic software upgrade interface
Về cài xong rồi. Số đâu? Số N4 không hot ID nó tự mình nó có cài cái bản cao hơn ấy. Thì bản trước mình có license rồi bản cao tự mình nó cần mới thế à up rồi tốt you need license for M4 you need license for M4
Sometimes it's a space.
No, very slow.
If the host ID matches, it takes the same value. One job, try to keep the state no problem. Yes, I'll explain the difference.
Speed ខ្ញុំ35
Ready for the party today?
Copying.
Yes.
Copying.
No party?
Not finished yet.
Dance club? Night club?
he is leader now so
Going to night club, huh?
Tonight.
Dance alright?
no have anything in
Okay.
no have a new line mới
No, only those libraries but new shapes. We will do it day after tomorrow.
Yeah, leave the host ID. Sometimes, if the host ID is same, then no problem. If different, then problem.
Có đây.
Hey, you can copy from here. Right. And while this copying is happening, we continue our lab. Okay.
yeah.
You continue business.
Wait, I have to show some step because he is on N4 now. So how to go back to N3 and how to work through. Let everybody install and then okay.
But it's take time.
And this if done before training, we could have saved the time.
July 28. Yeah.
Set passphrase.
Passphrase.
Web station. I install this one.
Enter some passphrase, any password, but you have to remember that. So
Oh,
write
passphrase.
it and note it down somewhere so that you can remember that. You will need it later.
How about 864 and 886?
That depends upon your system's configuration. Is it 64-bit or 32-bit? Your computer?
64.
Okay, so install 64-bit.
Okay. Password.
Passphrase, just note it down. You will need it later. So
Okay.
you have to remember.
Yeah,
You remember your passphrase?
yeah.
So just keep it in your mind. What is your passphrase?
Previous year. Oh my god.
So slow.
Web station ហ្នឹងសម្រាប់web pro សម្រាប់ tool យើងដាក់ laptop ហើយយើងទៅ commissioning តាមសារយើង web station នេះបើ install នៅលើ laptop ហើយយើង
You need that. You we need that.
Dạ.
Cái việc file video của tụi con
Không có video mà. Tài liệu
different different last time I got is C0. You are the same, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, lucky. I got a different host ID.
मेरी सारी एक्सपेंस रिपोर्ट रिजेक्ट पता नहीं मेरी
Thế thì có tài liệu không? Đây tài liệu đây, toàn bộ tài liệu đây ạ.
Đâu? Gì đấy?
Tài liệu.
Đâu rồi?
Vâng.
Cái kia phần mềm em có rồi cũng phải cứng.
Cái mềm em chưa có.
Vậy là đây.
Xong bữa nay phần mềm em có rồi.
Cut.
Có ai chưa có mấy phần mềm không?
Đấy, ngồi ra nằm đất này. Từ đến là có trong này chưa? Đi tham xe bài chơi. Đi với thật đó. Tình đối.
Might be remember
combine with number. Yeah, take check.
Tài luôn hả anh hả?
Thôi tí nói chuyện. Ở đây là nó ra phát ID.
có
Giống như cũ không?
giống của em giống với cũ, không có sâu chết thì khác với cũ.
Different.
Difference.
Yes. I send to you now. I will send to you new host ID of web station for.
Đầu tiên
Bạn có sâu chết và bạn
Yeah.
Okay.
ok.
Yeah.
Bạn này là bạn mới hơn của ấy hay sao đấy? Hay là bạn
Đó
này
thôi.
vừa sao đấy đâu?
Cùng start.
Lấy được rồi thì có nghe. Thì là mình có bao trước thì có thẻ. Content banking.
Bây giờ hãy cho
Cái này là gì đây anh ha? Cái này chọn gì đây anh ha? Phát ray. Phát ray. Đây 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 nha.
Tín
Bạn này cài sao luôn rồi.
đá nó cái này đá
Phát ray là gì là
Mất khẩu anh
không
đánh mất khẩu chứ mất khẩu nào cũng được, sau đấy anh phải nhớ, sau đấy anh muốn gỡ mình ra thì anh phải đánh lại một đầu đấy.
vậy hả? Nguy hiểm nha.
lúc phải đánh nha,
Lúc nãy nghe cô nghe nói mà
cái installer installer
cái thứ
ba hai là cái
Từ đây. Nhưng mà phải nhớ.
tùy vào win của anh ấy, tùy win mà
Đấy kiểu này mình lầy quá. Kiểu này mình lỡ không sao quên thì cũng bỏ tay cho mặt.
cái thứ em đọc là nhưng không nhớ lắm.
Yêu cầu như mình yêu cầu tiếp cận những cái từ một chữ từ một chỗ như vậy.
Okay, when you install N4, it will ask for a password. Please remember the password always, okay? Because there is no way to reset the password if you forget.
Vâng. Em rất là sợ về sợ quét. Để ngược lên. Để ngược. Rồi xong. Thứ ba thứ phần mềm lỗi này.
Okay, anybody who didn't get the setup? Everybody has the N4 setup?
Shut up.
Okay. Whose pen drive is this? Okay. And where is the other pen drive? Please pass it on.
Ngày bên mẹ mình nói là Ubi của mẹ mà thấy lao giơ tay lên liền. Rồi đây là lỗi thật.
Keep on keep. Next.
Backstation là 4.
Next. Keep on doing it. Yes.
XUP. Đây tập hiện rồi.
Yes. More pen drive. This pen drive. Did you get your pen drive?
anh cài chiếc em vào
Is that yours?
Chữa được chứ phải không được. Cái bịch đây.
Not yours. Okay, whose pen drive is this?
Không ai nhận đẹp nhận.
This one, I don't know, name is gone, says only Max.
Quê của ai nhỉ?
Yours?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody got their pen drive?
A lot of
Okay, his pen drive is still missing.
Đâu có đâu.
Chưa có.
Antivirus banyak cap. Cuma baca.
This is yours? Green? Okay, copy.
Oh, okay. Okay. Và cái này có thở. Đây mấy bài đúng không? Rồi xong.
It's your password. Whatever you put, you remember.
You remember your passphrase?
Don't forget your passphrase.
Okay, don't forget passphrase.
Password. Ba con thực hiện thể màu như này. Thực hiện di phóng. Hay dịch.
Bảo trợ đi.
Can you help me to explain the connection? And because I am new with this.
This is JS
Yes.
Web 300. Okay.
Yes.
So JS doesn't has any inputs or outputs.
Yes.
So if we want to program a JS, we need an input-output module. So this is its NDIO module. This is IO16. Okay. So it is connected directly
Inside the
yeah.
chip.
Direct connection
I see.
is there. That's why it is called NDIO. Niagara Direct Input Output.
Okay. And the
This is your Modbus device. Modbus. If you see your JS, it has one RS485.
okay.
This Modbus meter is connected to this RS485. These pins are connected here. It is polarity sensitive. This is positive, negative, depends upon this. It is connected here. Then we have put two cards. One for LAN, one for backnet.
Yes.
One LAN FTT10 card and one RS485 card. These wires are going to your backnet controller here. And these two wires are going to your LAN controller here.
Oh, so from here to
Here
the
to-
controller is low
Yes,
the goal.
from inside it is going here. And this from inside is going to your backnet. Okay.
How about this port? Can use each one is okay?
Which one?
There is two LAN.
Two LAN cables. So usually we use only LAN 1. Okay. If in case you need to another LAN, we don't know its IP. So you need to set the IP for this port first, and then you can use this. But for all type of JS connections, we normally use this LAN 1. If you
Because
remove
the
it,
IP is already built in for this LAN.
yes, if you remove its cover, you will see this is marked as LAN 1 and this one as LAN 2.
Okay.
So always when you do a project, you connect it on LAN
First
1.
LAN.
Yes, first LAN. And then
Và đây đi của em đâu thay đổi
this
đâu.
is your RS232 for serial communication. If you want to reset the IP for this LAN, or you want to change password for your JS, so those things you can use through this RS232.
Okay.
And then this is 230 volt supply to your transformer. This adapter is going here. 230 volt is coming to this through this adapter to your JS, and this supply directly going to this. Here its status close whenever you supply this.
Take the
Directly
power
takes
supply.
power from your JS. Yes. This is transformer 24 VAC. Okay. So this is going to your spider. This and this. Your spider works from 24 volts. You need to supply. So for that we have put this transformer.
This is 24 volt
24 volt AC.
DC? AC
24
or DC?
volt AC DC. This supports both, but we are using 24 volt AC. 24 volt AC.
So this controller AC or DC is okay.
This works on 230 volt. This 230 volt.
DC.
230 volt AC.
Mọi người cài có ai có cái
You
hot
got
ID mới
230 volt
gửi lại
AC
cho em.
that you connect here
I'll take care. Let everybody
using the
install.
adapter.
And then we'll check if
This
any
one.
post is different because if they are able to start this with.
So all these details regarding supply and everything, you can go to the cut sheets, data sheets for this. Just put this part number on the website. They will give you its
If no start,
cut sheet. From there you can find out these power supplies.
Okay.
so if this starts,
Okay, I
then
understand.
everything is fine.
And this is TR75. This communicates over sync bus. Here if you see on your spider,
Yes, then you need
here
the
S
post.
bus.
Then we need to
So these pins are connected from the behind to this. From the behind to pin 3 and 4.
Okay.
So what is the communication from here to here? Sync bus?
Sync bus. Two wired portable sync bus.
No need power supply.
It is directly supplying to this. You do not need any external supply. These pins itself will supply power to this.
And if we have more than one, we can.
This for all models. For this TR71 and TR75, 40 and 42. These are 4 models we communicate same way.
Maximum is 4 units.
Đâu hot ID của Đinh đâu?
The maximum of temperature is 4.
Của em đâu?
Sorry?
I mean from here we connect to this. But if we have more than one,
We can connect 5.
we can connect 5.
Or if you have some sync IO modules.
Thì của em vào đúng rồi.
Spider have sync IO modules.
Mọi người xong đi gửi lại cái em cái hot ID mà nếu mà mọi người mà xài được luôn ấy thì là
If
không
you
có hot
need
ID
more
mới.
number of
Còn
inputs
ai
and
mà không
outputs,
xài được luôn là có
it
xuất
supports
hiện hot ID mới.
6438,
Gửi lại
only
xem để em
those many inputs and outputs. If you
xin
need
luôn.
more, then you have some IO modules.
Xin luôn.
IO, SIO 12000, one part number.
Nếu ai mà dùng được luôn thì là
6022 is one part number. Then those kinds of part number are there. So you can connect that here. That will also communicate with the same. This bus. Sync bus. So you can connect either 3 SIO modules or 5 this. Or a combination. One sync IO, one this.
Máy đang treo à?
Even combination.
Thank you.
Có hot ID á? Có hot ID á? Không gửi mail cho anh được. Tôi thích. Lấy giấy bút tôi ghi mail. Tôi thích bút được thì nào cũng được.
Lantern.
Không biết là giấy bút trên bật đi đâu.
Yeah, whose is this one?
Không cần nó vào luôn rồi. Tính năng mới. Của Sơn được hết rồi đúng không? Long được rồi.
Okay, everybody installed? if you are not able to start your workbench, you face an error, send your host ID to home. If you are able to start, okay, no problem.
Bạn cho nhà bỏ ba chọn cái việc đặt license taking
đặt license
ở tới ba tới từ nhà anh đi
Đâu con ai có hot ID mới nhỉ? Vào được rồi hả?
Chưa.
Sao mà hàng lên chậm đấy?
Chưa nhỉ?
Hàng này chắc có 2 đu rồi.
trên tại vì
Quay còn không lên được hả?
Khi nào ao
sao quen vào việc quay
bật lên trang page mấy chỗ này thì nó trên này chẳng
license view out của cái view lại
ใช่ nào đang tham miền
nhưng bắt bị đặt license store
Than this software is okay right? It have the same code, have same host ID, because it is different from mine. You cannot turn on like this.
Yeah.
No need to send host ID to request license.
Because the host ID is not changed.
Where you found the host ID? We want to make sure that this software is no need to request license. Because but with the license, they can load it.
I don't know why you have a different host ID.
Bạn như sau anh trong bên hay sẽ với the prime host ID mà lúc mình trong lúc cái ta vô bạc ca là nắng bị blank ta
nó này vô này
nó cái bên bạc ca station cái bên bạc ca tại thành sao anh châu trong ta follow time step vào cái là với nhỉ dương bạc ca open rồi mấy ta dương bạc ca đó mà dương open chào
min
nó lên bên ấy open mà dương ở tầm bạc ca
không lên nổi.
Okay.
Lunch.
Let's break for lunch.
Yeah. Yes. Lunch.
Okay, let's go.
Choose layers mostly from
Yeah.
Nghỉ á? Nghỉ đấy. Nghỉ sẵn đấy. Còn em thật đánh giá
Work
này.
on create today, not import.
Ok đi ăn trưa đi cả nhà ơi.
Vâng.
Tí nữa ai chưa vào rồi rửa lại anh nhá.
Vâng.